a personality shaped by being an athlete and a background in mainstream sports media, I found that the stories I was most interested in telling were the ones often overlooked, the ones that might not otherwise be told, the ones that show the intangible and not just the highlight reel. The Sports Council is about highlighting the great, the good, the unique, and everything in between in the Pacific Northwest sports world. I'm Jamie Council. Thanks for joining me.
You're listening to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, the Tri-Cities leader in sports.
Welcome to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports. Getting ready for playoffs. We're at Southridge High School catching up with Suns head coach Derek Leite of the girls basketball team. Derek, how's it going?
It's going good. Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you, and it's amazing taking a look at this program just a few years ago, a 2-win team, and now basically tied for the best 3A team in the MCC.
Yeah, it's been a journey for sure. It's been a process, and so it's something that we kind of was hoping was coming in the near future. You know, we've known a lot of these juniors and some of the underclassmen for a handful of years now when they were middle school kids, their AAU programs, and so a lot of them played on varsity as freshmen and kind of took their lumps their freshman year, got a little taste of varsity basketball. Sophomore year rolled around. We had a little bit more success, made it to the playoffs, won a game in the playoffs. And here they are now as juniors, and we've got some sophomores and our lone senior leading us to the next level.
So you're good this year, and what you're saying is you can expect to be good next year too.
Well, that's, on paper, we only graduate one, which is, it's a good problem to have. Obviously, we'll miss Erin Sloat. She's been a tremendous leader for us. Girl that started for us as a freshman and a sophomore and, wasn't able to play her junior year because of surgery. And she came back out, and she's been awesome.
So future is future, but let's talk a little bit about this season. You guys are coming off of a win over Kamiakin earlier this week and preparing to start District 6 playoffs on Saturday, where you guys will host Central Valley.
Yeah, it's a great way to finish the regular season, getting a win against Kamiakin. Our offense was clicking. Our defense was clicking like it always is. And so it's a good feeling going into districts, having a home game against a tough Central Valley team. But I think that our girls are ready for the challenge. They know what to expect, and I'm excited to see the outcome.
And taking a look at the seeding, you and Hermiston, you take a look at the MCC split up between 4A, 3A, Chiawana, Richland, and then you and Hermiston, you have the same record, but they edged you out when it comes to that ranking. How have you guys approached that of, the on paper versus taking a look at how that affects your seeding?
Sure. I mean, obviously we wanted to win that game and be the number one seed. Mm-hmm. That was our goal, from the beginning of the season. But just to know that we were that close and we were right there, I think is still a great accomplishment. We've kind of talked about, that we've been faced with a lot of adversity, and let's go be the number 2 seed rather than the 1 and make the most of it and find a way to just take the positives from it. And so I think that, having some adversity that we've had this year, it's made us stronger. So hopefully that trend can continue.
And you guys could see the Bulldogs in the district tournament.
We could see Hermiston again, and it would be nice. We've kind of got this saying called the Revenge Tour. And so what a perfect opportunity to see Hermiston again down the road.
So tell me a little bit about this Revenge Tour.
Well, it's just, we've had some tough losses this year, and, there's kind of always been that, it's Southridge, and people just kind of, I think have historically circled a W when they saw us. And so we've kind of just been playing with a chip on our shoulder, and we're just out to prove people wrong, and we know that our circle is small, and we kind of like that. And it's just kind of been something that we've said this year when we've been faced with that adversity, and we've kind of been coming out on top when necessary. So here we are going to districts with the home game. We'll take it.
Saying that you guys are going to create your own momentum because you're not getting it from elsewhere.
Exactly. Yeah. We've kind of, one of our coaches said after our last game is that we've got the pen and we're going to write our story, and why not include a little adversity in it and excitement and finish that ending how we want.
Exactly. A couple years ago, nobody would have thought that you guys would have the tied for the best record in the 3A in MCC. So to take that team and to get to where you are today with a great program, what's gone on in that middle time to develop the Suns program?
I think that they're just a close-knit group on and off the court. They spend a lot of time together. They spend a lot of time in the gym. Most of these girls are basketball first kids, and so they're playing basketball 365. And that's what's been really nice for me as a coach, not having to start over come November, and just kind of see these kids' journey and the process that's happened. It's pretty cool. It's pretty special. And so we're excited to be here, and we're glad that the foreshadowing has played out so far how we've envisioned.
And this is your 9th year leading the program. What is your background in the game of basketball that's led you to be igniting this culture at Southridge?
Well, I'm actually from Hermiston, and so I played at Hermiston. So Larry Usher, who's the AD there, was the basketball coach at Hermiston at the time. And then I coached with Larry Usher at Hermiston. And then I went off to college, and I came back, and I was able to get the head girls job at Echo High School, which is outside of Stanfield. And then I ended up doing boys basketball at Umatilla for 4 years. And then I came here 9 years ago, back to girls basketball, and it's been a journey. It's been a process, but I'm happy where we're at right now.
Crossed the Columbia River and didn't look back.
Exactly. Yep. It's been awesome. Tough league. Love playing in the league. There's no cupcake games in this conference. And so it's a challenge, but it's a challenge that I'm taking on, and we're here.
You guys are here, and you have quite the squad. We're going to take a quick break here from our sponsors, and when we come back, we'll dig into the roster of the Suns.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Again, we're catching up with Derek Leite, head coach at Southridge Girls Basketball. You're listening to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
Love is in the air at Krispy Kreme. February 3rd through Valentine's Day, treat your sweetheart to our Valentine's collection. Dreamy, delicious donuts guaranteed to melt hearts. While you're here, check out what's new. Fresh flavors and new favorites to satisfy every sweet tooth. Looking for a fun, easy fundraiser? We still have openings. Just ask in store. Download the Krispy Kreme app to see what's coming next. That's your local Krispy Kreme, 2805 Duport-Tail in Richland. Come in with a sweet tooth and leave with a smile.
Living in a rental shouldn't mean settling for poor-tasting tap water. With Soft Water Specialists, you can have pure, clean drinking water in your home, easily and affordably. Our countertop filtration system removes impurities, improves taste, and fits perfectly in any rental space. Plus, it can produce hot or cold water. No big installations, no hassle, just fresh, crisp water. Stay healthy, stay hydrated, and love your water again. Soft Water Specialists. See why we have a 5-star rating on more than 600 Google reviews. Visit softwaterspecialist.com and love your water where you live.
Love Chevrolet's President's Day sales event is happening now. This is your chance to take advantage of incredible offers. Finance rates as low as 0% up to 60 months. No payments for 90 days with 1.9% financing available or rebates and discounts up to $12,000. Don't let your credit hold you back. Let Love go to work for you with its special finance programs. And at Love Chevy, drive away with the Love Advantage. Over $6,000 in added value just from buying your new Chevy from Love.
Going into what Love can do for you. If you've got a winery, brewery, or dairy, why buy industrial parts and supplies from across the country? Central Industrial Sales is your local source for supplies and equipment for the dairy, food processing, winery, and brewing industries. We specialize in custom fabrication, industrial cleaning equipment, sanitary fittings, valves, pumps, chemicals, and many other supplies. Everything's available through our website, by phone, or by dropping by our office. Call 509-375-4032 or find us at centralindustrialsales.com.
You're listening to Jamie Council on the Sports Council.
We're back on the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports, catching up with head coach Derek Leite of Southridge Suns girls basketball. Talked about the changes, culture that you've changed at Southridge, and a young squad that you guys have for years to come without overlooking, obviously, playoffs starting on Saturday.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's a great group of kids that we've got right now. I know them all really well, from on and off the court, the relationships that we've built. It's been a fun process to see them as freshmen to now as juniors with some sophomores in the mix, and our lone senior who, seems like yesterday she was a freshman starting for us. And so the whole journey and process has been awesome, and I'm excited where we're at right now.
Talk about the style of basketball that you guys want to run at Southridge.
Well, we've really embraced defense this year. Our defense has kind of been our identity. We're picking teams up full court, whether they're, more talented than us or not. Like, that's just our identity, is that we want to play 84 feet of basketball. We're going to fly around. We're going to scrap. We're going to claw. We're going to get transition. And so, the girls are bought in and they're working really hard, and it's been a fun brand of basketball.
So let's dig into, we'll start with the starting five for the Suns.
Yeah, I think that, starting with, there's a handful of Mercados that start for us. There's a freshman that's starting for us right now. There's a cousin of theirs who's a sophomore, Olivia Mercado, who's the sister of Joan Mercado, who's our junior point guard. And so then you got Aaron Sloat, who's our lone senior, who kind of is our, everyone looks up to Aaron. And then we've got another sophomore, Braylee McMullen, who's the sister of Brody McMullen. So we've got a lot of connection of type blood on the team, and so it shows in practice every night. They work hard. There's blood, there's tears, there's sweat, and so that translates onto the court with just how much they care about each other in the game of basketball and Southridge basketball.
So when we talk about the scoring department, Olivia Mercado leading the way in scoring, and then you have another Mercado just under 10 points. That's where your offensive production comes from the most part. Yeah,
Olivia does a great job. We like to have the ball in her hands. She does a great job of creating for herself and creating for others. Heidi Leonard Mercado is, just a girl that's always finds her way around the hoop. She can knock the three ball down as well. She's scrappy on defense. We've got Taylor Luce, who's averaging about 9 points a game as well. Braylee McMullen, who I think is like 8 or 9 points as well. And so, like I tell our girls, I think that we're kind of hard to scout for, because you never know who our leading scorer is going to be. It could be any one of the 5 starters. It could be a bench kid. And so it makes it challenging, I think, for opponents to scout, like, who are you going to shut down? Because, we're consistent across the board in our scoring. We don't have a superstar scorer, but we've got girls that can score if necessary.
That, like you mentioned, it makes it hard to scout. And we talked about the starting 5. Who are the players that you call first off the bench?
So Taylor Luce, who was a starter for us, she has worked really hard to kind of be that sixth man and, trying to earn her way back in there. She's going to score. She has really put pride and emphasis on her defense. She's worked really hard at it, and it's kind of, she's right there in the mix. If we could start 6, she would be there. And so then we've got, Mallory Eidler and Naomi Otis, who are our other 2 bigs that come off of the bench. Mallory's our bruiser down low that is, we call her the glass cleaner. She, gets a lot of rebounds and she bangs in there. Naomi does the same thing, but Naomi can also stretch it to the 3-point line and knock down the 3-point shot. And we've got some role players, Brody and Emma Gillespie as well, that, they're great leaders. They're positive on the bench. They go out there, they contribute, they can knock down shots, they play defense. And so, really our 1 through 10, we've got a swing kid as well. Another Gillespie, Maddie Gillespie. And so they can all contribute on any given night, and it's makes it easier as a coach, but it's also challenging when you've got so many girls that can produce for you.
Again, you mentioned this earlier, another good problem to have.
It's a good problem to have, yes.
And talk about the culture. Obviously, it's something you've curated that you as a coach try to instill into the program. What is that for Southridge girls basketball?
I think they're family first. They're obviously family, blood-wise, and on the team, and so they have a lot of care for each other and passion for each other, and so everything we do, we kind of just preach family and togetherness. We've done a lot of open circle stuff this year, just working on the mental piece of the game, and so when we're out there going to war, like, we are in it together, and it's kind of us versus everyone else, and they've really instilled just that togetherness, the family, and so hard work, the grit. It's kind of every characteristic, that a program wants that's positive. And so the rest kind of takes care of itself when you've instilled that type of culture.
Exactly. And to take a look at it, that's another reason why I love the high school game, is because it's more so student athlete, that you're developing them as people as well as basketball players.
Yeah, their character is top notch. I think as a team right now, we've got a 3.89 GPA, and so I never have to worry about grades, never have to worry about character. They're just a great group of girls that like playing basketball, love playing basketball, that are extremely coachable, and makes my job pretty easy when they want to work hard and they're doing well in the classroom. So
you don't have to work too hard on that character piece. You're like, sit back.
That's right. Yep. They kind of just take care of it themselves, and, I'll step in when necessary, but they usually do a pretty good job of monitoring that themselves.
You are getting ready for Central Valley on Saturday. Earlier today, watching film, going over that. What can people expect for the playoff game that you guys are hosting this Saturday at Southridge High School?
Well, we talked about that revenge tour with this game as well. We played CV last year in the playoffs, who obviously won state. We went up there, and the game lasted probably about an hour, if that, because we had the running clock. They were good, state champs. And so now for us to have them at home, they've got a completely different roster. Our girls are excited. They're hungry. They really don't care who it is that they're playing now that it's districts. They never really care who it is or what it says across their chest. They're excited, they're hungry, and it should be an exciting game.
Well, best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Southridge Suns hosting Central Valley Saturday at 2:00 in District 6 playoff for 3A girls basketball. When we come back, we'll catch up with a couple of the Suns. You're listening to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports.
Life happens. Lucky for you, the new ICCU Central Plus checking account comes with benefits, including cell phone protection.
Wait, through my ICCU checking account?
That's right. Along with a whole lot of other benefits you might need. Because being human is a full-time job.
If you've got a winery, brewery, or dairy, why buy industrial parts and supplies from across the country? Central Industrial Sales is your local source for supplies and equipment for the dairy, food processing, winery, and brewing industries. We specialize in custom fabrication, industrial cleaning equipment, sanitary fittings, valves, pumps, chemicals, and many other supplies. Everything's available through our website, by phone, or by dropping by our office. Call 509-375-4032 or find us at centralindustrialsales.com.
Love is in the air at Krispy Kreme. February 3rd through Valentine's Day, treat your sweetheart to our Valentine's collection. Dreamy, delicious donuts guaranteed to melt hearts. While you're here, check out what's new. Fresh flavors and new favorites to satisfy every sweet tooth. Looking for a fun, easy fundraiser? We still have openings. Just ask in store. Download the Krispy Kreme app to see what's coming next. That's your local Krispy Kreme, 2805 Duport Tail in Richland. Come in with a sweet tooth and leave with a smile.
Love Chevrolet's President's Day sales event is happening now. This is your chance to take advantage of incredible offers. Finance rates as low as 0% up to 60 months. No payments for 90 days with 1.9% financing available or rebates and discounts up to $12,000. Don't let your credit hold you back. Let Love go to work for you with its special finance programs. And at Love Chevy, drive away with the Love Advantage. Over $6,000 in added value just from buying your new Chevy from Love.
Come and see what Love can do for you.
Hi there, it's me, the Water Boy. Are you tired of water that doesn't taste or smell right? Woo! At Soft Water Specialists, we can remove contaminants and odors, leaving you with better tasting water. Your appliances will last longer, your clothes will be softer and brighter, and your skin and hair will feel incredibly clean. And right now, get 0 down and 12 months same as cash on all our water systems. To transform your water from H2O no to H2O yeah, call Soft Water Specialists today.
Listening to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, the Tri-Cities leader in sports.
I'm Emma Gillespie. I'm a junior and I can play guard post-ish.
I'm Erin Slow. I'm a senior and I play mostly guard.
So right now you guys are getting set for postseason at Southridge High School. How have you guys thought the season's gone thus far?
Pretty good. We're pretty proud of what we've been doing.
I think we've really worked so hard to be here on and off the court. I think our relationships have grown so much with everybody, and I think it just is all coming together so well.
And being a senior, taking a look at Southridge, there's always going to be ups and downs in the MCC. It's changed so much since I've started following it.
Yes.
And you've seen Southridge. You guys, we're tied for that first in 3A. Of course, you got the number 2 in the MCC, but you're right up there with the best of them, have the same record as Hermiston. That's a really great accomplishment for Southridge girls basketball.
Yes, it is. I think my sophomore year we were like 2-18, so I've really seen the darkest days, and it's finally a good point where I'm on the top of it finally, and it's not, we're on the bottom and not making it to playoffs, and we're now almost at the top of the playoff seeding, so it's a good feeling.
Exactly. I wasn't going to say, hey, you were 2-18, so I'm glad you put that out there, but it just comes to show just how far you guys have come. And feeling that along the roster with the team culture, can you describe to me what that team culture looks like for the Suns?
I'd say family. Like, we're very close. We talk a lot. We're around each other a lot. It's just big family.
I think there's so much blood on the team. Like, all of us are so close, but with sisters and cousins and everything, it kind of like makes it a little bit stronger. Like, the family is family, and everybody around it just kind of like latches onto them. It's like we're all family at the end of the day.
Lift each other up.
Yes.
And also be the first to challenge one another, I imagine.
100%. Always competition. There's always some arguing. You got to grab your popcorn, and it's a fun show to watch.
Which will come along with family, too.
Yes.
So describe to me, what is the style of Southridge girls basketball?
I think the biggest thing is just hustle, honestly. Effort and defense. Defensive always wins games, so I think we kind of pride ourselves in our defense and just always out-hustle the other team, and we should be okay.
First on the floor, we just lay ourselves out there. I'd say give it your all.
And for you guys, what do you feel like you bring to the floor that has led to, obviously, some success at Southridge?
I'd say just effort, like all the above. I feel like I just put it all out there as much as I can.
I think being like the only senior, I take more my role as kind of being the leader on the team and just giving a little kick in the butt to some people and kind of holding a hand if they need that too. So just taking them under my wing and trying to be the best leader I can.
So right now, you guys have, coming off a win over Kamiakin earlier this week, have Central Valley on Saturday. How are you guys feeling leading into Central Valley?
I think we've done a good job preparing. In postseason, it's supposed to be your best basketball, so this whole year we've kind of prepared for this moment, knowing that we were going to get here, and I think the win against Kamiakin kind of just gave a confidence boost and got us kind of on the roller coaster to get going into playoffs in later season.
Excitement. We're just ready to play. I think ready to go.
And at the beginning of this season, would you say this is a spot that you guys thought you'd be in, or where are expectations versus reality, knowing full well the season is not over?
I think we're right where I thought we would be. I know we had a great summer ball team and kind of just like showed up for other people that didn't really believe in us, but I think everybody believes in each other and just believes that we can go so far.
I think, again, we're right where we want to be, and we were just ready. Like, we knew we were going to be here.
What goals do you have? Have you discussed goals, or is it game by game? What is Southridge's approach to postseason?
I think just staying true to our game, just like I said, outrun the other team and hustle and always put more effort in and focus on our defense, and I think we should be fine. Our game plan is really just watch film, be prepared, and play our game.
Earlier before practice today, you guys were watching film. What can you expect from Central Valley?
Very physical, aggressive. They got some good players, so they made it to districts too. So.
Yeah, they got some good players, but so do we. So I think we just gotta be strong with the ball and just be strong overall and be physical and out-physical them.
I love that. And talking about the MCC, it's such a tough conference for you guys because you are 3A, then you have 4A, and this year Chiawana has been just unbelievable, which is a great way to make you guys better. And also Hermiston in there, where it's kind of a thorn in your side when you guys have the number 2 seeding, even though you have the same record in the MCC. How do you feel like the MCC has prepared you to be playing your best basketball at the end of the season?
Well, like you said, the MCC is pretty competitive, and I think just all those games kind of get you set up for the playoffs. I mean, there's good teams on the west side, and GSL has some good teams too, but I think MCC has some of the best competition, and I think it just prepares you for later on in the season.
I'd say they're all really good matchups. Like, especially this year, we had a lot of competition, and it just helps us win.
So let's talk about the team right now. Who would you say is the funniest player on the roster?
I'd say Liv.
Liv or Mal, they're kind of little clowns, little goofballs. They always lighten up the mood of the gym.
Okay, who would you say is the most motivational?
I think me or Joan kind of like during the locker room kind of get everybody locked in and ready for the game, but I don't know. I just feel like everybody has kind of a different perspective and you can motivate everybody a little bit differently. So I think everybody kind of does their part, honestly. I don't think there's really like a select individual that motivates one more than other. I think everybody kind of does it selectively.
Lead in your own way.
Yeah.
I like that. And who is the smartest?
Like school smarts?
School smarts.
We got a lot of smart kids on our team.
We do. We have a high GPA. I think it's like 3.8 or 9 or something like that. That was our
So you guys are
GPA.
smart.
Yeah, we have a really smart team, which is good if you do good in school.
Exactly. It is a student athlete. And speaking of that, you're a senior. What is next for you beyond the halls of Southridge?
Well, I also do running start, so I just signed up for my last 2 classes, so I'll be finishing my AA when I graduate high school too. And I am thinking about going into project managing for a little bit and go back to school or continue school into physical therapy.
Okay, where are you going to continue or go to school after graduating from Southridge?
I'm thinking maybe Eastern. I don't know yet. I have to look into a couple programs, but I think I might take a year to kind of like figure out what kind of physical therapy if I want to specialize in something, because it's a long schooling ahead, so I don't want to like rush into something I'm not quite sure, but I think I would enjoy that, and it's not like a sit-down desk kind of job, so more my type of style.
Well, anything else to add before playoffs start on Saturday?
Nope, just play hard and be ready.
Be ready. I like that. Well, thank you so much for your time, and best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you so much.
Well, that wrap up this week's show of the Sports Council. Thank you for joining me on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports. A reminder, the Sports Council happens 4 times a month, 11:30 a.m. on Thursdays. But you can listen to this show not just over the airwaves at 11:30 on Thursdays, but also on demand at 1340ESPNradio.com via podcast. Wherever you get your podcasts, just search for the Sports Council. And it's also available via YouTube. So lots of ways to listen to the Sports Council and support our local sports community. Until next time, I'm Jamie Council. Now we go back to your originally scheduled Seattle sports programming.